Leaders of a national company with offices here in the Queen City are keeping a close eye on medical marijuana laws in the Carolinas.
The owners can see a bright future as they produce grow lamps for growers across the country.
Queen City News reporter Brett Baldeck is here to show us how this business is growing in more ways than just one. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Jason and Ann Wyatt. So grow lamps aren't new. They've been around well before states started passing medical marijuana laws. But now, with the popularity of LEDs and more businesses legally growing marijuana, sales of grow lamps continue to grow.
These are some of the brightest lights money can buy, but they aren't meant for home decor.
They're LED grow lights, and they're used for all types of agriculture, including vegetables and, of course, cannabis, which seems to be very popular, in the last few years.
The popularity forming a new business in 2021 called AB Lighting.
There is a handful, at most, of good grow lights.
What makes these lights so special? They are LED and can be controlled easily with a turn of the dial. They come in all shapes and colors. A blue hue is used for early growth and root development, while a red color is used for the flowering stage. AB Lighting is shipping out 1 to 2 containers of lights per week, with each container holding 400 to 500 units. Right now, there are 6 states in the U.S. without medical marijuana laws.
Members, that brings us to our calendar.
North and South Carolina are included, but both states have laws working through their respective capitals. In South Carolina, there is bipartisan support with some stipulations.
My vote is contingent on getting rid of dispensaries. If we have dispensaries, I vote no. If we have a pharmacy involved and there's a pharmaceutical setting or a pharmacist setting, then I'm willing to vote yes.
North Carolina's law is also bipartisan, but it would be among the tightest in the nation. Even without all 50 states on board, sales of grow lamps remain strong.
There's enough states and enough activity that, we're not dependent on, North Carolina per se. I definitely expect to see a lot more volume and activity once those states are at least partially legal.
Now, if you're wondering the state where AB Lighting is getting the most business, it should come maybe as no surprise to some of you that it is California, where a majority of the company is also based. I like to say people in California have a very free spirit, so that's why it should come as
that's a
no
great way to
surprise.
describe it. Very free spirit out there.
So, Brett, what else can these lights be used for?
So they're actually going to come out with a DIY, do-it-yourself at home grow lamp later on this year. Now, obviously, that would not be used or should not be used for growing marijuana, since that would not be legal. But for people that want to grow like vegetables, flowers inside, I mean, we saw it last week, it was freezing outside. If you want to start your plants inside from seed around the winter time and then move them outside once it gets warmer, that's what these grow lights are for. So coming up in our 8:30 half hour, we'll explain how long these grow lights can last, because there's nothing worse than when you have a light bulb in your living room that blows. So we'll tell you how long these lamps grow. It's a long time, as well as what the future of their business looks like with more of these lawmakers passing laws for medical marijuana use.
All right, Brett.